She added, "Here, you know, we do not stand on ceremony." Duroy bowed. The door opened again and a short man entered, upon his arm a tall, handsome woman, taller than he and much younger, with distinguished manners and a dignified carriage. It was Monsieur Walter, deputy, financier, a moneyed man and a man of business, manager of La Vie Française, with his wife, née Basile Ravalade, daughter of the banker of that name. Then came Jacques Rival, very elegant, followed by Norbert de Varenne. The latter advanced with the grace of the old school, and taking Madame Forestier's hand, kissed it, his long hair falling upon his hostess's bare arm as he did so. Forestier now entered, apologizing for being late. He had been detained. The servant announced dinner, and they entered the dining room. Duroy was placed between Madame de Varenne and her daughter. He was again rendered uncomfortable for fear of committing some error in the conventional management of his fork, his spoon, or of his glasses, of which he had 4. Nothing was said during the soup. Then Norbert de Varenne asked a general question. "Have you read the Gautier case? How droll it was!" Then followed a discussion of the subject in which the ladies joined. Then a duel was mentioned, and Jacques Rival led the conversation. That was his province. Duroy did not venture a remark, but occasionally glanced at his neighbor. A diamond upon a slight golden thread depended from her ear. From time to time, she uttered a remark which evoked a smile upon his lips. Duroy sought vainly for some compliment to pay her. He busied himself with her daughter, filled her glass, waited upon her, and the child, more dignified than her mother, thanked him gravely, saying, "You are very kind, monsieur," while she listened to the conversation with a reflective air. The dinner was excellent, and everyone was delighted with it. The conversation returned to the colonization of Algeria. Monsieur Walter uttered several jocose remarks. Forestier alluded to the article he had prepared for the morrow. Jacques Rival declared himself in favor of a military government, with grants of land to all the officers after 30 years of colonial service. "In that way," said he, "you can establish a strong colony, familiar with and liking the country, knowing its language, and able to cope with all those local yet grave questions which invariably confront newcomers." Norbert de Varenne interrupted. "Yes, they would know everything except agriculture. They would speak Arabic, but they would not know how to transplant beetroot and how to sow wheat. They would be strong in fencing, but weak in the art of farming. On the contrary, the new country should be opened up to everyone. Intelligent men would make positions for themselves. The others would succumb. It is a natural law." A pause ensued. Everyone smiled. Georges Duroy, startled at the sound of his own voice as if he had never heard it, said, "What is needed the most down there is good soil. Really fertile land costs as much as it does in France. and is bought by wealthy Parisians. The real colonists, the poor, are generally cast out into the desert, where nothing grows for lack of water. All eyes turned upon him. He coloured. Monsieur Walter asked, "Do you know Algeria, sir?" He replied, "Yes, sir. I was there 28 months." Leaving the subject of colonization, Norbert de Varenne questioned him as to some of the Algerian customs. Georges spoke with animation. Excited by the wine and the desire to please, he related anecdotes of the regiment, of Arabian life and of the war. Madame Walter murmured to him in her soft tones, "You could write a series of charming articles." Forestier took advantage of the situation to say to Monsieur Walter, "My dear sir, I spoke to you a short while since of Monsieur Georges Duroy, and asked you to permit me to include him on the staff of political reporters. Since Marambeau has left us, I have had no one to take urgent and confidential reports, and the paper is suffering by it." Monsieur Walter put on his spectacles in order to examine Duroy. Then he said, "I am convinced that Monsieur Duroy is original, and if he will call upon me tomorrow at 3 o'clock, we will arrange matters." After a pause, turning to the young man, he said, "You may write us a short sketch on Algeria, Monsieur Duroy. Simply relate your experiences. I am sure they will interest our readers, but you must do it quickly." Madame Walter added with her customary serious grace, "You will have a charming title, Souvenirs of a Soldier in Africa. Will he not, Monsieur Norbert?" The old poet, who had attained renown late in life, disliked and mistrusted newcomers. He replied dryly, "Yes, excellent, provided that it is written in the right key. But there lies the great difficulty." Madame Forestier cast upon Duroy a protecting and smiling glance which seemed to say,